What the hell just happened? Holy shit. This is probably the wildest Easter I've ever had and experienced my entire fucking life. Oh my God. That was Tyler Reddick's race to win for damn sure. Not just because he was leading late and had a chance to, like, get the win if they would have called it with that last red flag for rain, because we had too fucking much of those. But the fact that he led the most laps is astounding. This 8 car has come a long way since RC booted Hemrick in favor of Reddick, you know, considering I really couldn't be mad at Reddick for that, because I learned my lesson from 2013-14 when I was salty that Ganassi booted out Montoya for Larson, which is part of why I used to hate Larson back in the day when he was in the 42. That and the fact that what happened at the Ford EcoBoost 200 in 2012 when, you know, Ty Dillon was 1 point away from a Truck Series championship. But that's a conversation we've put to rest for good. But anyway, we're here to talk about what just happened in the Easter Bunny Clusterfuck 500 dirt race. I mean, there was so much weather in the area. Like, I thought they were going to call the race in the second red flag for rain and the third red flag. I was like, call the damn thing. And that scoring stuff was fucking confusing as hell. I wasn't really bitching or complaining about the rules, but at the same time, it was confusing as hell. Even though I wasn't bored for the 1990 North Wilkesboro fiasco, it just gave me Vietnam flashbacks of that when they couldn't figure that shit out and said, fuck it, go to hell with it, and gave Brett Bodine the win. I mean, I'm glad we didn't have that scenario happen this time. And Briscoe was in contention for his second career win and second win of the season after bringing out the first caution. I mean, there was a lot of competitive racing throughout the field, and not only that, there was a lot of good-ass racing up front. Both Austin, before eventually he blew up and caused that crash, not that it was his fault, considering the car broke. And, you know, Kurt Busch never hit him. He just turned hard, dead right to avoid him as crash head on in the wall. But at least Austin did a good thing. Took out a fucking Rick Ware car. Because not only it was a Rick Ware car, it was the guy that JGR favored, and, you know, but back in 05, 06, but, you know, at the expense of Bobby Labonte, J.J. Yaley. So the number one thing you do not replace Bobby Labonte with at Joe Gibbs Racing before eventually bringing in Kyle Busch, who won the race tonight. Congratulations, KFB. Congratulations, Dalton Good, Patrick O'Toole, and all the other mega Kyle Busch super fans out there. I mean, Tyler Reddick, his day is coming. I really wanted to see him win. I've always liked the kid, even before RCR picked him up. I mean, even before, you know, he was running RCR's BUSCH Series team and then later moved up to Cup when Hemrick got booted out after 2019. But, wow, I mean, considering Austin and Ty, before Austin, you know, Austin had a rocket ship in stage 3 even until the car blew up, but Ty had a rocket ship in the beginning of the race, and it looked like he was going to be in contention to get his first win, and I already knew I was going to put that race win car if, you know, had he actually stayed up there and actually won this thing. I was going to put it right here next to Austin's 2021 Gatorade Twin 125 race victory, because these two empty spots are going to 2017 Coke 600 and 2018 Daytona 500. I usually put all the Austin and Ty race wins up here, but Ty hasn't won a Cup race yet. I wish he would have won one in 13, so that way I could have a race win for, you know, a race win 13 Ty Dillon for his first win. You know, that almost happened a few times. The closest I'll ever get to having a Ty Dillon race win number 13 diecast, I'll show you. Right there. And that random Darlington race that only happened because of COVID, he led the first 7-8 laps of that race. It was beautiful to see. I mean, something I wish we could see from Ty more often. And speaking of Ty, tonight, he breezed on by like Donny Osmond that last lap, Casey Atwood chaos, and got a 10th place finish. So, and to think the Aaron's 499 at Talladega is next. Meaning, I think we're on track for another first-time winner next week. I don't know about the Aaron's 312 on Saturday after my off-camera haircut with Cousin Kenny. Oh my God, you know, and That's gonna be live streamed. So I don't know, maybe Riley Herbst can get his first Xfinity BUSCH win at the Aaron's 312, and maybe Ty Dillon can get his first Winston Cup win in the Aaron's 499. That would be one hell of a live stream reaction if either one of those things could happen. But I'm not sure if Hemrick or Gregson are racing in the calling number 16 Winston Cup car next Sunday. I would have to check the entry list throughout the week. But man, I thought last year's was a catastrophe, and as good as the racing was with all the action and everything, it was just a fucking clusterfuck disaster, even though the race was really good, but the way they operated and set it up was a fucking clusterfuck disaster because of not the COVID restrictions. That's long gone. I mean, I know COVID's still out there, but it's like not a factor anymore, to the point where I guess if this keeps up to the point where it's not going to be much of a factor, we can go in the pits at MIS and see, hopefully reunite with Kyle Petty, meet Kelly Stavis, and hopefully, if we're lucky that she's there too, meet Caitlin Vincey and maybe do TikToks with both of them. One with Caitlin, one with Kelly, and one with, both of them at the same time. I think it would be fucking cool. But anyway, even with, I thought last year was a catastrophe. This year was a fucking disaster, considering, not only, with all the 3 red flags for rain, not on track cars, but they were wasting laps under caution. Even when it wasn't raining, they were fucking wasting laps. They were wasting laps to the point where they say, we're going green next time by, and then wave off the restart because they either didn't like something or it started to rain. And then, we saw Christopher Bell wreck his car under caution when they lifted one of the red flags, to the point where, it was getting too fucking slippery. And I'm glad they didn't. So, I mean, to be fair, I'm kind of glad they didn't kind of throw the green at that point after that happened. Because imagine if they would have got going anyway after Christopher Bell did that. It would have been fucking ice, driving on ice. But I'm glad even while we were racing, when it was doing light rain, that nothing serious happened and nobody crashed. But wow, it was probably the most eventful Easter I've ever had in my life. The Easter Bunny Clusterfuck 500 dirt race at Bristol. I mean, what more can you ask for? I mean, it was basically the way that all those crashes and cautions that kept happening. There was very little debris cautions. More cautions were like absolute Casey Atwood chaos. At that rate, it was either one, we were going to be sitting there all night, considering I have to work all week. This is not like, a week where it's like short, where it's like a blankety blank Monte Carlo 400 before we go on a long break like we did last week, this past week. And see, I thought there was going to be enough caution to the point where Noah Gregson was going to pull a Daniel Hemrick in that same car and get his lap back, back on the lead lap and back into a good finish. But obviously that one wasn't meant to be. But wow, it was action-packed from the start. I mean, good race, but the way they handled it was an absolute fucking clusterfuck disaster. I thought last year was bad with the delays and COVID restriction, but the way this year without the COVID restrictions was even worse. I mean, it doesn't mean the race is bad though. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the race, but I hated the way NASCAR handled it with this year compared to last. So that's basically my race reaction on this, but congratulations to Kyle Busch on his victory. I mean, and Bubba Wallace was right about the Mickey Mouse comments. I love how he can handle his haters on Twitter, or even social media in general, to the point where I'm surprised he hasn't deleted his social media because of this. And he can handle it without even phasing him. I don't think I could do that, Takes a real strong man or a woman to handle the hate on social media you can get without being phased, I had some jackass, reply to me with her opinion that nobody asked for in King Brady TV's, reply thread to my comment about in his video reacting to last night's Golden State Denver playoff game. And I exposed that bitch on my Mark Oliveira's son YT TikTok. So go follow that one. Go follow Mark Oliveira's son YT. Link is in the description. So this is where all the YouTube sneak peeks will be going every day, it seemed like. So, yep. Man, we had quite the weekend, even the Easter week, as it seems like. Tuesday, we got to celebrate AJ McCalca's Robbie Gordon 31st birthday at work with the dance party, and then a banger in the neighborhood. And then, Mexi King, you know, we got this, you know, see him as Octavio Lopez on FBI on CBS. Once we got in, before we up, I remember we said we were going to do that round again. And then Wednesday, the Easter Bunny, Monte Carlo 400. You know, even though we fell asleep after lunch. Thursday, it was cold as fuck. So we stayed in and watched, you know, Welcome to Flats, the Terry Labonte installment instead. And then Friday, you know, that night we went to bed at a reasonable time. We went to bed at a reasonable time. We got up at a reasonable time. It was 68 degrees, warmer than it looked on paper, compared to the day before, which was colder than it looked on paper. So that's why we slept on the Fiesta outfit despite it being dirty and decided to go outside and, you know, record Trinity Stokes and Olivia Sanabia's birthday banger. And I wasn't kidding on Tuesday when I said we're going to have to do this round again later this week, whether it be Thursday and Friday. Let me tell you, Friday, we did the damn thing. Let's go. And wow, we did some no time uploading that shit. And then Saturday, we did episode 2 of Poker Game Night Season 1, which you saw yesterday. And today, we wrapped it up with the Easter Bunny Clusterfuck 500 dirt race at Bristol. Have you ever? And tomorrow, we start a brand new week, in which I think Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be the final snowfall of the season. And then from here on out, it's smooth sailing, warm weather all the way. Like Carlos Santana and Rob Thomas, and before you know it, we'll get to truly finish season 1 as spring is in the air properly. And then by the time we get to like by the time we get to mid to late May, going into early June, will be time for season 2 of Fun in the Sun. More Garra Acción Isidor. The debut of Tim Duncan Can I Recreate, as well as real life NBA Jam and real life Need for Speed. It's going to be a hell of a summer, but I'm going to get off this son of a bitch and upload and do all my postings and, of this reaction video and, put my pajamas on, relax, finish my second 20-ounce bottle of Coke and get ready to go to work tomorrow, start a brand new week. So until next time, this is Mark Oliveira signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed that race, even though the way NASCAR set it up and handled it was a complete clusterfuck disaster. Don't keep in mind, next week I will not be bringing the haircut on camera. It's going to be off camera because I'm saving room for the Aaron's 312 live stream on Saturday, that same day. And the Aaron's 499 that next day, even though it's going to be in the mid to upper 70s. I committed to you guys to, I said this many times, I sound like a broken record, but I committed to you guys long before I knew it was going to be mid to upper 70s this coming weekend. So I'm just not going to back out and disappoint you guys. So I'm going to prove that I can stay true to my word as a true YouTuber, because a real YouTuber not back out at the last second after committing to his fans. So have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows, but when you hit a high, enjoy it. It ain't for the weak. Goddamn, be you. You have to try harder to do less, and you can't abort a dream. So take care, everyone. Good night. I will see you guys throughout the week for whatever videos I may bring you. Tomorrow and Tuesday, we're going to catch up on the Ryan Newman and Ty Dillon installments of Million Little Things. And then, that's Monday. Tuesday, we're going to catch up on the Michael Waltrip installment of Million Little Things. And Wednesday, we're going to do a little Goldberg's doubleheader. Do the Bobby Labonte installment on the DVR. Watch the Jeremy Mayfield installment as the new episode, and then we're gonna do the Greg Biffle, or the Booty Biffle installment of Million Little Things after that, and then we'll get ready for Aaron's Dream Weekend. So, see you later, everyone.